affecting you or had a positive effect on you. And today I think I'm going to try to have some fun with y'all and take a walk down memory lane, okay? But of course, it is your program. It is open for any topic of your choice. But first, we're going to go and say thanks to our sponsors. They are Flow, Rams, and TDC. We say thanks to them for sponsoring the first half of Voices today. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back on the other side, and I'll be waiting by to take your calls.
I'll take a small.
XL, that's the size for me. Flow's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flow's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Here comes the sun.
Sunquick.
Here comes the sun.
Sunquick.
Sunny flavors for everyone. Natural, tasty, full of vitamin C. The drink for the whole family. It's Sunquick.
Sunquick Drink Concentrate gives you 40 glasses. 9 delicious flavors to choose from.
Orange tropical mango.
Peach orange, orange apricot, black currant.
Apple. Red orange. Red fruit.
Bursting with vitamin C.
Sunquick.
Natural, tasty, full of vitamin C. The drink for the whole family. It's Sunquick.
Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/ramsupermarket. Follow us on Twitter, www.twitter.com/ramsupermarket. And subscribe to us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/ramsupermarket.
Imagine a place that has all that you need. All of the things for your business to succeed. Furniture, copiers, laptops, and more. TDC Business Center is your number one store. Print and copy and scan and fax. Our copy center does all of that. If you're having a party and you need chairs and tents, we've got all your needs at Grand Rentals for rent. The TDC Business Center has everything your business needs. Superior copy and printing services, business equipment and furniture, and a wide array of renting materials for all occasions. TDC Business Center, providing solutions that work.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Voices right here on WinFM 98.9. Of course, this is your program where we give you the platform in collaboration with our sponsors. We give you the opportunity to hear your voices. Let us hear your opinions, and we have a healthy discussion on whatever you feel is on your mind today. I've been out for some time. I've tried to keep up, of course, by visiting winfm.com to keep up with all of the happenings here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And, of course, there has been some good and, of course, some bad. But today, I want to tie in the good with the bad, so to speak. I want to draw positive stuff from the bad stuff that that are happening rather in the Federation. For instance, what do I mean like that? If you have had a complaint for some time let me backtrack. I know very often that we like to complain and we like to call out things when it is a problem, of course, but we don't like to come back and say, hey, I just wanted to say kudos to so-and-so, congratulations to so-and-so because I made a complaint about XYZ and it was fixed. You understand what I mean? So today, perhaps when we call in and talk about what it is that we want to discuss, don't let's all be all bad, okay? Let us try to find some way to always put some positivity in everything that we do. All right, so today I want us to have some fun. But before I do that, I want to bring up, something that has been, I don't know if bothering is the word, that has been on my mind for some time. All right, so no, I didn't say it last week on my social media platforms and stuff because I felt like the timing was just not right and it may have come off as insensitive. Now might not be much of a better time, but still. So this is it, right? I try as much as I can to be a positive person, all right? I always, in every bad situation, I always try to find that needle in the haystack, that one glimmer of hope, that one piece of positivity. That's how I am, generally. So I find, and I have found over the years, that we tend to focus so very much on the negative. You've heard that before, right? Sounds so common. But what do I mean by that? Okay, so here it is. And I don't want anybody to think that this is specific to what is happening now, but I think it just triggered me discussing it because of the things that are happening. But it has always been my feeling and always been my thought. And I know there are people who are more educated than I am, people who have much more experience than I am, people who are much older than I am, who, may want to say different. But I know I just land on the earth, I just reach, I am young still, but I feel, ladies and gentlemen, that we focus on the wrong things sometimes. Now, I'm not sure if that's the correct word to use, wrong, but this is how I feel. For instance, let me tell you where I'm coming from. For many years, since I was small way back, I've always heard, and again, I send out this disclaimer that this is not specific to any incident. It is just general, and it's something that I've felt over all these years. So don't think that it is specific. But I feel like we always say these type of phrases. The fight against crime, war on violence, war on crime, match against abuse, especially on women. Do you see where I'm going with this? I have never seen a match for peace. I've never, I don't know. You could probably jog my memory if there has been a match for peace. Has there been a match focused on love and kindness? For instance, all I'm saying is these two things would have the same effect, but I feel like how can you match against violence and crime? Like the word against with it in itself is a negative word. So it's like a double negative. How about we match for love? That type of thing. So I really wish that the people in the different ministries would look into this because, and I'm going to say it because I don't like to get blows from y'all brutal, but we're always having a match against violence on women. Yes, of course, I get what we're trying to say. We don't want violence against women or anyone for that matter, but because it is so prevalent toward women in our society, so we don't want it. I get it, but how about we match toward or we match for the love for women or match for the better treatment of women, something with a positive twist instead of focusing on the negative. Because I honestly feel, and it might sound jokey to some people, but I honestly feel like what you focus on is what you magnify, what you multiply. So if you keep focusing on violence towards women, I feel like somehow that's going to continue to happen. And I know that some theorist somewhere who has many degrees, etc., is going to call in and tell me about the fact that it might never end, etc. But I feel as a society, it would suit us better. This is my feeling. If we focus more on positive stuff, when we're naming and branding these matches and these campaigns, if we give the same message in a positive way. So instead of saying a match against violence, how are you going to have a match for the war on crime? I don't know if anyone is seeing where I am coming from, but I think it is double negative and it serves less of a purpose than if you put the energy on something positive. Now, saying that, I feel too that we are certainly missing what you call, okay, so I've always said, and I'm sure you can agree, that what we are experiencing now is only a manifestation of what was sown maybe 10, 15 years ago through parenting. Now, I don't have a child of my own, but I can say I have parented quite a few children. And I feel as if, and you know, the sad thing is, this is in the minority. A minority of parents do not parent well. It's not the majority, because shout out to you, by the way, the majority of parents actually parent very well. They try their best through all the trials and tribulations to do their best to set their children on the right path. But you know that saying, one bad apple could spoil the whole bunch. Well, I feel like the minority is making it hard for the majority of good ones. Yes? So I feel like we really need a shake in our federation. We need better parenting. I honestly feel like too many parents are trying to be friends with their children. It cannot work. Of course you have to be friends with your child, because that is the way they'll come and tell you things. But what I mean by that is we want to seek the approval so much that we let them get away with any and everything. Okay, I'm going to take a pause and go to the phone lines and say welcome to our first caller to Voices. Welcome, caller. Okay, we lost that call. Feel free to call back. But I think we have lost some moral. It still exists, because my mother, I think she did a very good job. Nobody is perfect. No parent is perfect. And sometimes the children, we stray. You know, we want to do our own thing. But I feel like once it is embedded in you, it will come back. You will do the right thing at some point. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Voices.
Hello, good morning. How are you doing today?
Morning. I'm okay, darling.
Okay. Let me say quickly, right? The Bible, and this is not a discussion as to whether we believe it or not, because there are some excellent words of wisdom in it, words of instruction, and if we pay attention, it'll do well for our life. But the Bible said that the power of death and life is in the tongue, and it is true, because words are life, they are spirit, they are life. And sometimes when we speak, we don't realize the significance of the word that is spoken. We don't realize that we inadvertently could speak life or death over somebody else or our own life. Now, you talk about some of these expressions and so on. I agree. But if you realize it, most of these expressions, they have been imported, They have been imported. We are just regurgitating a lot of these things. The external influences, all of these other groups outside, and you say you sign on to this, you sign on to this, and some of these things, they come down. And when we speak like this, we don't realize that when these same persons deal with their own, the wording change. Finally, before I go, look at other words like this again. Sometimes you listen and you hear people talk about we as a people, black people, and what we do or what we don't do or what we could do and whatever. I have listened times without number. There are persons who come and they talk about, especially if they're going to talk about the history, they say slaves. Now, these are educated people, and how often the correction has been made that our history didn't start with slavery if there was a slavery. They cannot go past that and understand that we are a people who existed before slavery. So instead of saying slave or children of slaves, up to now they cannot get in their head to use the correct expression and say an enslaved people, because an enslaved people shows that the people has a history before the origin of that brutality. You see? Another thing, we talk about kids, intelligent people and all of that. You come on and you say that some people take offense. But what is a kid? So you see the expression of death over the children. You're talking about, I have 5 kids. I have 2 kids. And to some people I know when they say, well, you don't hush them out. I will say what I want. But they don't understand what they are saying and what they are prophesying over the lives of their children. You have children, people, you have children, sons or daughters. You don't have kids. A kid is a young goat. So when we talk about this is it. Another thing again, we have youths who are misguided, but then we refer to them as criminals. Criminal. There is such a thing as criminal activity. Because someone good and so on could be misguided and get caught up in a criminal activity. But when you're going to refer to somebody who maybe break into a car as a criminal, and this goes to those who are in the police and the security thing and so on, we need to watch how we talk, because we either speak life or speak death. So I agree with you. I'll continue to listen.
All right. Thank you so much, Carla, for your input. And I was in here smiling because I always have a discussion with my peers and people around me about the use of the word kids. I know it was taught in school, like when we were learning what it was always children/kids. And I never, ever felt comfortable referring to people's children as kids. I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids. I don't know. I guess it could be a fun debate about whether English we learn, the British English or American English, etc. But I know my American friends, we always have it out. I always say, you ain't got no kids, you have children. So we always laugh about that. So it was funny to hear that somebody else feels the same way. And we go back to the phone lines. Caller, welcome to Voices.
Greetings in the name of our great African ancestors, especially the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garfield, Queen and Singer. A blessed, my beloved sister. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
I hear your voice for a while. I want to say, let me tune in and say the African Queen is there.
You miss me, and you start to cry.
Came in from work.
Okay.
And I heard the sister, the Pan-African sister. The only time I disagree with her is that the Bible stuff. But she was right on the money, Right on the money. So what's the topic today? It's open for the...
Yes, it's open.
Wednesday hour.
It's Positive Wednesday, but you can make your point. But as usual, I encourage you to put a positive twist on your point in some way.
I just say positive. I don't come positive all the time, my beloved.
That is true.
I come with so much truth and so... You see, my sister, I ain't going to mellow anything. I am brutal when it comes to my Pan-Africanist, my beloved sister. I'm not going to mellow. Be respectful. Yes, I will always be. But, my beloved sister, when you say you're telling the truth, you must tell the truth. Don't care who get offended. As long as you're telling the truth, my beloved sister. That's it. The truth will set us free. Always. Okay, my beloved sister, I like to, a dear beloved, who is an ancestor now, Teacher Ruth, who taught at the Deep Elementary School. I think all her career, she taught at that one school, Chapel School, the old Deep School. And, she's now an ancestor. And I would like to see, I got to contact the authorities to make sure that the Dieppe Primary School is named in our honor. Some people might agree, some people won't. But that's me, and I'm going to get others because she taught a lot of us, a lot. Generations of children she taught at that school. Now, my beloved sister, let me get on what the sister was saying. I agree with the sister that a kid is a young goat. How come you're going to use this Eurocentric way, referring to our children as animals? When they behave likewise, everybody's on them. Because you call them kids. A kid is a young goat according to the sister. And let me say, beloved sister, we got to stop using this word black. Black is not a race. Black is a color. It's a color. We are African people, Nubian people, Al-Kabalander people. For now, I prefer Africans because that is what most of us know. My beloved sister, and that's the most popular place. You know, and this nonsense, let me think, I know some Negroes out there will say, oh, Africa is come from John Africanus, some Greek boy and them thing. No, my beloved sister. You can read Dr. Ivan van Sertima. That's an African word. He ain't got nothing to do with the Greek, the John Africanus. So whosoever peddling that, it does nonsense. I ain't have no problem if someone said African, Megan African, Owalian African, Kittishan, Nivision. I ain't have no problem in that. But for me, I am an African who was born in the Caribbean, St. Kitts Nevis, to be exact, from the town of Dieppe, the Pan-African Republic of Dieppe. And it's full time we start using that word African when we fall into ourselves. The only time we're supposed to use the word black, my beloved sister, is when we fall into our colors. And we come in different shades of black, depends on what part of Africa we come from, because it's not all Africans well black skin. I mean, if you're like Central Africa, West Africa, you're more black skin. If you go up in North Africa and East Africa, you're more light skin, so-called light skin, you know, but still blackness. And kind of curly here, and this ain't got nothing whatsoever, my beloved sister, to mix with Caucasian Arabs and nobody else. Because within the African race, you got 5 different phenotypes of African. I will explain it one of these times, my beloved sister, but you could check it out for yourself. And you know what that we used to? My beloved sister, anytime I hear that word, the N-word, my beloved sister, what I'm going to tell you, our people in the Caribbean use it. But is the way we're speaking of our African way? I'm just going to use it just so you to, when we say the word nigger, that means N-I-G-G-E-R, my beloved sister. Yeah, but it's the way we speak, and we got to cut out this, because we are not N. We are African kings, queens, princes and princesses, emperors and empresses, my beloved sister. And it's full time. We as a people, we gain that African royalness, my beloved sister. And stuff, especially some of the sisters too, they go and call themselves all kind of derogatory names.
I agree with you.
And then there's some brothers too, call them that name, and they glorifying that. Come on, young sisters, and come on, brothers. It's full time you turn in that foolishness, man. Respect yourself and respect your African woman.
All right.
My beloved sister.
So I'm going to have to tell you to come back on the other side.
I come on the other side.
Yes, okay. Thanks for your input as usual. And we go back to the phone lines. Welcome, caller. You're live on Voices.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And I called you this morning plenty time, but you did not pick up the phone.
I did, but for some reason I was not hearing the person. I guess it was you.
after you make the request from Lulu.
Uh-huh.
So happy birthday to Sylvie and Henry.
Uh-huh. You were calling?
Yeah, I call and I call and I call and I call. And
I apologize. I did try to answer, but every time I answer, the call would drop out.
Yeah, and
Yes.
so let me say happy birthday to one of the Win FM staff, Kenny Morgan. You know Kenny Morgan?
Yes.
Technician there.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Today birthday too.
All right. Anything
Yeah,
other
so
on your mind today?
Yeah, well, plenty on my mind. Plenty out on my mind. And something positive to my beloved brother that just leave just one while ago. Usually use the term, use them today, but Pan-African or perish.
He'll probably use it when he calls back a second time because that'll be his final thing.
Yeah, but when he come back the second time, he don't have to explain to me now, Pan-African or perish. You don't want to know why you do with so much of them white man picture in my pocket and I make transactions.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself so he can explain himself.
In God we trust, all white man picture upon them. You get that?
Well, do you suggest he only uses a credit card then?
No, purple. Pan-African or perish. Listen, word is very important here.
I guess that's the topic for today, our words.
Right. So then and therefore, he don't have to come and explain to me today why he got all them and give them white so much. Me not into this racist business, right? But because of this is his word. You don't have to tell me why you give them so much ride. Because then you plenty ride funny, So every traveler ride them I get, right?
All right.
Transactions.
I'm sure he's listening to you.
Right. So
all
when
right.
you come back with something good.
All right.
Okay,
well, thanks for your contribution. I appreciate that.
Good.
All right. And we're going to take this opportunity. Of course, we have to go say thanks to our sponsors who have brought you the first half of Voices, and they are Flow, Rams, and TDC. Before I go, I want to say hi to Cleo Rogers. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. And we'll take a break and come back on the other side.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM. I'll take a small.
XL, that's the size for me. Flow's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flow's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Quench me touch, I bust that time now. Watch me, I bust and smile out. Ah boy, freestyle, free buster, a freestyle. Watch me, I playing full color meanwhile. Whole heap of flavor, every one of them tries. The drink are refreshing and nice. Me tell you say I buster, me buy you with my money. This time everybody drink, I know me one love it. Have it ya, feed the kids, them daddy harmony. Buster, we playing full color. Correct, I am too.
This public service announcement is brought to you by TDC Insurance Company Limited.
Dashboard warning lights indicate that something is wrong or about to go wrong with your vehicle. Here are a few lights you should not ignore: battery lights, brake lights, and coolant warning lights. If the battery light doesn't go off a few seconds after starting your engine, then there could be a problem with your vehicle's electric system and needs to be checked as soon as possible. The brakes on your vehicle are easily one of the most essential features on your vehicle. If you see this light, it means there is either a problem with the brake hydraulic system or brake fluid is low. The coolant warning light indicates that your coolant is low or your engine is overheating. If the temperature gauge is also reading red, then your engine is overheating. Stop the vehicle immediately to allow the engine to cool, then get a professional to address the problem.
This public service announcement was brought to you by TDC Insurance Company Limited.
TDCIC, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
Welcome back. We're going to go straight to the phone lines. Caller, welcome. You're live on Voices.
Yeah, good day. I would just like to take the time out to congratulate Win FM for their excellent standard of programming. But I have a particular request. There was one program hosted by Mr. Back, I think about maybe 2 Saturdays ago. He had about 3 or 4 different political parties representatives. I find that was an excellent program, and I'd like to ask for a rebroadcast.
Do you remember what day that was on, sir?
I think not last Saturday, one before.
Was it on like a weekday or Saturday in the night, the evening time, or?
No, it was inside the news.
Oh, inside the news. Okay.
Yeah, but there was a temporary broadcasting, but I think the count either went or something, and it was cut short. So I'm asking, please, if you can have a rebroadcast. That was a very, very interesting program and educational as well. And Mr. Backus handled himself extremely well amongst those different political representatives. I would like to suggest himself for as the new Speaker of the House. Whenever the opportunity arises, he handled them extremely well and without even saying order at any time. Thanks a lot. Please continue with your standards of programming of respect.
I appreciate that. Yes, and I am sure I'll get that message to our technicians and our program producers. And I want to encourage you and to remind you that you can listen to us live on winfm.com. You can also check us out and actually get to see me. Hey, they made me do it, Gavin. You can also view me live on Facebook at the moment, live and in living color on our Facebook page on WinFM 989. You can also follow us on Instagram at Win989. We post our news stories there daily as well, and on our snaps. You could also find us on Twitter, and you can WhatsApp us at 662-2024. So you have so many different options to stay connected. For instance, if you want to stay up to date with what's happening, you don't have time to visit the website, we send you the link to the news item that's happening in our Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So all you have to do is add 662, that's 869-662-2024 to your WhatsApp number. Tell us hi, say hi. I would like to be added, and we'll add you right away and get you connected, keep you up to date with what's happening. All right, want to shout out Vincent Bergen. He's watching and listening on Facebook. Is that from Norfolk, Virginia? Is that what I'm seeing correctly? I'm not sure. I'm kind of blind today. And someone says, welcome back. They see I got a tan. I look a little orange, do I? It has to be the lighting. Has to be. And maybe it's the blonde hair. But ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines are opened for you. Of course, it's your voices. We want to hear your voice on various topics. So far this morning, I started off a discussion talking about words. And because I'm such a positive person, I know I can get so annoyed with it at some points too. I just always believe that no matter how hard things are, no matter how bad things are, there is always something good to come out of it. There's always a lesson. There's always something to go forward with. And so I really think, and I am not perfect either. There will be sometimes I use phrases that I myself am not, I don't like to use, but sometimes that's why you have to be so mentally strong, because sometimes if you don't catch yourself, as we say, you don't realize that you're using it because everybody around you is using it, and it has become so regular. For instance, well, not for instance, because this isn't one of those that I use. This one actually makes me cringe. The N-word, as we call it. It's not even a word, in my opinion. We have to stop referring to each other. I don't care who you are, where you come from. There's nobody who can convince me or put forward any argument that can change my mind that says it's okay when people of color use it towards each other because we are using it in a friendly way, or we're using it in a nice way towards each other to greet each other. How is that possible? This is a negative. I don't want to refer to it as a word. It's negative connotation, negative word that was given to us to refer to us by our the people that enslaved us. Do you understand me? There is no way you're going to, and I know I might be sounding like a hypocrite because I just said that you could find a way to turn everything into something positive. That's an exception in my book. I don't see how that word, it makes me cringe when I hear it in songs, when I hear other black kings greeting each other. What's up, my N-word? That thing makes me cringe. So I really, everyone I'm around, I try to get them to cut that out and referring to the females as the B word and the H word. We got to stop it. We can do better. Caller, welcome to Voices. Okay, I lost that call, that particular phone line, if I don't catch it really quickly. All right, I'm going to take this call. Caller, welcome to Voices. You're live.
Hey, Mrs. Popley, I think you just said that you was on TV but and the computer, but I'm looking at the computer and I'm seeing the lady that was on Monday. So
okay.
I was so happy this morning that I could get to see your face, but now I put it on. It's the wrong person is on, so I don't know what's going on. But how are you this morning?
I'm wonderful.
Yes, it was a blessing to hear your voice again come back. You know, Mrs. Pope, you're doing a wonderful job, so I just call it to say good morning to you and take care. Do what you got to do. Brother, my friend from New York, Brother Nabu, he says he know me, but I don't remember him. I don't remember his father. So I would really like him to call me and let me get down together because I don't remember him. All right, Mrs. Pope.
All right, take care,
so
sir.
God bless you.
All right, have a wonderful day. We're going to go back to the phone lines. Welcome, caller. You're live on Win FM.
Hey, quickly, do you know the expression you use there, people of color?
And I did you realize that?
Okay.
Yes.
So you see, but anyway, this nigger word, some people will argue about it. Okay, I personally don't like it, but I could see where some people coming from. If we could cut it out, it's all together. But the word that we use, that when I say we, I mean us as people, those who do, is the Nigga. It is a variation. But the one that is derogatory and it is meant to cause a lot of psychological harm is the Nigger. What a lot of our black artists have done, especially in America, is that they have used that word that was meant to cause such evil and distress to us as a people. And they have turned it around as good. Okay? That's how it is, as good. And they use the word Nigga. So much so now that you have the same ones who came up with it that meant it for evil for us. Now they realize that this doesn't have the same psychological impact on us as a people. They now are telling us, you should not use that word because it's derogatory, it's demeaning. You know why? It's because they realize now what they had as evil, it doesn't have the same impact.
Right.
Especially on the younger youth. So it is the Nigga, not the Nigger.
Right.
And again, there are some words that are expression that is used. You hear blacklisted, you hear black sheep of the family, you hear third world country. You know these things and so on.
And I saw something. I saw something the other day, and it made me chuckle. You know, the killer whale. It's black, predominantly black, and it's called the killer whale. But the great white shark, the two of them in the same sea, same size.
These expressions, they are hinged in what is called racism. Somebody might come and say, well, it didn't have nothing to do with racism because they're ignorant. They don't know. And they just come and they want to talk just for talking's sake. You know, because they're always contrary winds, you're going to always have it. But this is where they're rooted in. The same thing you see angels white, demons black, Jesus, God white, the devil black. You see what I mean? They have significance. But a lot of people, they don't understand the origin of these things and they don't understand the psychology of all these things, what they were meant for. And so we come up and we try to defend something that don't need to be defended at all. It's too obvious, you know? But You have a lot of expressions like that. And I think like third world countries, I think we need to start to talk and say, well, the so-called third world countries. That's how I talk, eh? I don't refer to anything as third world countries. I say so-called, or, what is referred to. Because if I have to say something I'm repeating, I don't agree with it, I am going to give it to who said it. So I am not going to speak it like it is truth. And I agree with it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. Okay, then. I'll continue.
All right. Have a nice day, darling. Okay, we have to pause. We are definitely due for saying thanks to our sponsors for the first half of Voices. They are the ones responsible for bringing you this opportunity for us to have this great discussion. And they are Rams, Flow, and TDC. We'll be right back.
Found the sound. 98.9 FM.
Quicks, please, many dishes and many more.
Quicks cleans many dishes and many more.
Yes, Quicks cleans many dishes and many more.
Just one spoonful of concentrated Quicks cleans your whole sink full of dishes. Quicks clean.
Quicks cleans many dishes and many more.
Quicks, we wash more dishes.
Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/ramsupermarket. Follow us on Twitter, www.twitter.com/ramsupermarket. And subscribe to us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/ramsupermarket.
I'll take a small.
XL, that's the size for me. Flow's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flow's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Call it all farmers! The place to shop in the month of March is the TDC Home and Building Depots. You heard right. Get 20% off all agro products. Participate in the in-store demonstrations. And on Saturday 17th, visit the farmers market to purchase your fresh produce direct from the farm to your table from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. in both locations. TDC Home and Building Depots, celebrating farmers, supporting communities. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
All right, welcome back to Voices, ladies and gentlemen. We go back to the phone lines. Welcome, you're live on Voices.
Sir Plumback.
Hi.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. And I did not say good morning to everybody. Now, if me more little now, my mommy don't beat me. So let me say good morning to everybody at the sound of my voice, to the Federation. Purple.
Yes.
You know words, one negative word that love. At times it could be used for inconvenient. Let me explain. This I want stand up, yeah. Want stand up. You got this lady, right? She hate. You hear the word that me use. She hate we hear the word nigger. She make nice. All right. One day she finds herself on one plane and she granddaughter. The plane engine started to get trouble. They say, okay, they have to go lighten up the plane. You listen to me, Purple?
Yes, I am. Go right ahead.
Right. You have to lighten up the plane. So then show off baggages. Plane start to fly a little better. Plane still get trouble. And say, well, look. We have to go get rid of passengers, and they have to go down the alphabetical order. A, African American. B, black. When you read C, the granddaughter say, Grandma, everything that they say they pertaining to us. She said, little child, shut up. Tonight, we are niggers. That N will be on for a very long time. You hear the purple?
Yes, yes.
So the word that she hit, this might be inconvenient for she use them by herself.
Right.
Because our matter of saving life.
All right. Thank you so much for that.
Okay then.
All right. All the best. And we go back to the phone lines. Welcome, caller, to Voices.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
I want to wish my cousin there in Virginia, Vincent Bergen, all the best. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Purple, I want to wish Sir Kim Collins all the best. And I would like to see the stadium live up to its name. It needs refurbishing. When last you went to the stadium?
I haven't been able to go for the sports season this year. The last time I think was more than a year ago.
Well, it's some of the chairs they're breaking up, they break up, and it's not animals this will break them up. It's we human. And I would like to see them put a bus to the entrance of Kim Collins Stadium of him. Refurbish the place, make it live up to the name. And negative, another one. Nobody called me no dog. Me no dog.
Well, I was getting to that. I was getting to that, girl.
All right, take care.
Yes, all right. So, it's just the simple things, really, that we have to. And I always say that you're never too small to think that you can make a big impact. So we have a culture to where we like to wait for other people to start doing it and then we follow. But you are awesome within your own self and you can make an impact. Listen, within Voices alone, do you know how many of you, quote unquote, regular people have made significant impacts that have changed what St. Kitts and Nevis is? But we're going to go back to the phone lines. Welcome, caller. You're live on Voices. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Morning. Yes. I'd like to say happy birthday to Sylvie and Henry. Her birthday is today.
Yes, we wished her happy birthday earlier. Yes.
My sister.
Okay.
I wasn't working all day, so I couldn't get to speak to her, so I just said that.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you talk about positive persons, she's a positive person, because Sylvie now realizes that her eyesight is getting dim. And she's going to learn Braille and how to operate the computer with visually impaired persons.
Yes.
So
she calls in and talks about that quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
And the person who was there yesterday was a daughter, but because I know you from up that way.
Yes, yes.
But no, I like how I didn't call in, I didn't really want to think.
Okay.
And we really miss you, but, these are things, and we're glad you're back.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you're a positive person because you have so much people looking out for you.
Y'all got my back, my winner from family. I love all your bad. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, now we go back to the phone lines. Caller, welcome. Okay, that phone line. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna go and take a look on the Facebook page because I'm neglecting my Facebookers. All right, so we have Nige. Nige says, to be honest, some of us black folk deserve to be called that, and them when you see them. And let me be clear, there are black people and there are N-words, not to be confused by the two. All right, thank you for that contribution. And we have Lawson Cotton saying hi, watching and listening from St. Martin, SXM. Hail y'all up. Good morning to you. And Vincent Bergen wants me to say hi to Alice Pemberton for him, and she is his cousin. So there you go. And Nige is saying there's a difference between dog, D-A-W-G, and D-O-G. Honestly, I don't like either. And the lady that called earlier, someone messaged and said that there is a difference between the N-I-G-G-A and the N-I-G-G-E-R. I totally understood what the lady was explaining, but I just personally don't like to be called or referenced either one. Whether you have changed it into what you liked it to be, or, I just feel like where it came from, I don't like it, but hey, that's how we live. We love. We have difference of opinions, and we live together. And that's what Voices is about, right? So we're gonna go back to the phone line. Okay, missed that caller. That phone line. That's not my favorite phone line. All right, welcome caller to Voices.
Hello.
Hey, hi, welcome.
Yes, for the third time, really. Yeah, I agree with that caller, with the nigger word. Sorry, not the caller, the emailer. I agree with that person, but we need to understand really the change of how it is, how we can use creativity. Not that I agree for it to be called either way, but nonetheless, you know the expression.
Yes.
Right. Well, I remember one time a guy, he was so upset because apparently he used it and one of those ladies from Nigeria.
Uh-oh.
And he, right, and he was so upset because he wanted to know, oh, they're playing this and they're playing that and all that sort of thing and whatever. So I said, no, you shouldn't look at it and say, well, oh, they don't want to talk to local people and all of that and they're playing more than one. I said, listen, you have to understand, even though our root is from there, they have a culture. Their training is different. Yes, they're colonized like us too, but they still have a lot more of their culture and tradition. I say you refer to that person by that. I say you don't know what that means with their culture. But anyway, I went and I did my own thing and so on, and I spoke to more than one of those students as Nigerians. I find them to be very, very friendly and pleasant. I don't know how people have problems. Maybe it depends on how they approach them. And you know what they said? That expression in Nigeria is very derogatory because it's like you're referring to that woman as a dog. Mm-hmm. So that's why when that expression is used, they do not respond to it. Mm-hmm. I say, oh, that's why. And I say, you see, we need to go and further and find out because we can't look at it to say, well, okay, they look like us, we look like them, and because of that, everything is nice. You have to look at, the cultural difference there in a way because we have been disunited, colonialistically speaking. And we have been placed in all these different groups, colonialistically speaking, so that we don't see ourselves as one unit. You see? So that too, that is an expression that is derogatory. Yes. And it's not good.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. So shout out to Leona Charles listening from all the way in Miami. Good morning to you. And it is now 3 minutes before 12 o'clock. We're going to go and there are no more calls. So y'all could have that opportunity to slide in a few calls just before the news. We got a break for the news at 12 o'clock. And I just want to say thanks to the Win FM callers today and the contributors online. Sometimes this is what Voices is all about because we all will always have varied views. We can never all think the same thing and feel the same way about different situations. But this is what counts. The fact that we have a platform on Win FM, on Voices, where we can have a healthy discussion on touchy topics such as this one today. And we're going to take this final caller before the lunch break. Caller, welcome to Voices.
Good day, Papa.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
How about we say non-nationals instead of foreigners?
Okay. You prefer that term?
Now, what I'm saying, instead of calling people foreigners, we just refer to them as non-nationals.
Okay, right. And I was asking if you prefer to use that term.
Yeah, I hate to hear the word foreigner.
Okay, you don't want to be referred as a foreigner in another man's country?
No, call me non-national.
Okay, I got you. Thank you so much. All right. So that's it for the first half of Voices. I want to thank y'all. We're going to go and hear what's happening in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Of course, you know Win FM has the best news, the most accurate news, and the most up-to-date news. And we want to say thanks to the newsroom team who worked so hard. But we say thanks to TDC, Flo, and Rams as we break for the news.
You need new tires but don't know what to get. TDC can help.
Hi, I'm Goodyear. I ensure great handling and great braking in wet and dry conditions.
My name is Sunphone. My continuous block patterns enhances stability at high speed cornering. Did someone say speed? Hi, I'm Torque. Pick me for great performance and stability.
Boys, I know exactly what they want. I'm Pressa. I'm the perfect fit for your SUV. Pick me and get the ultra-high performance with outstanding grip and traction regardless of the road conditions.
So which one of us are you going to choose? For the most reliable, durable, high-performance tires, come to TDC Automotive Divisions. We'll help you choose from the best brands at the best prices.
I'll take a small.
XL, that's the size for me. Flo's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flo's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Found the sound. 98.9. Win FM.
We now bring you the headline news. The headline news is brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, The Grange, KDP Enterprises, FamCare, Subway, Carib Brewery, and CNC Trading.
Protect your lifestyle with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tilly Walwyn, a local reputation and service for second to none. Securing you is our mission. People that you can trust, your business, property, we got you covered. Motor or personal, whatever it is, we've got you covered. 130 years in this business, we've got you covered. For all your insurance needs, visit or call us at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Delia Walwyn, people you can trust.
Come to Subway and eat fresh. Try our daily specials. That's right, we have a special every day at Subway. Come in today and eat fresh. Stay healthy.
I want it cold, blue and gold, real beer, one of a kind. When you dry, you can't deny one beer is on your mind. Carib. I need a real beer, yeah. I feel that special magic when I open the gold crown. Carib the beer for me, Carib the beer for you. Carib beer, you know we brew, beastly cold right on cue. Carib beer, you know it's true, it's a part of me, a part of you. Carib.
Real beer is Carib.
BioCare Lab says it's your hair, so wear it your way with Curls and Naturals Hair Care Solutions. Start it right with Curls and Naturals Texturizer Hair Softener. Infused with Moroccan argan oil and maintain it with the Dream Curl Cream with honey and shea butter, all with daily moisturizing anti-fizz and shine serum. For locks and twists, nourish them with a curl defining custard and see them grow. It's your hair. Wear it your way with Curls and Naturals. A brand new you every day.
Curls and Natural, sold locally by CNC Trading on the CAP Southwell Industrial Site. Telephone 465-4081.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world. Whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous, you can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air. We get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises, telephone number 466-9595.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first
purpose-built non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts, offering 24-hour nursing, therapeutic, and residential care for older adults. It's situated at Otley, 7 miles east of Vastair in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodation to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5525 or 465-8020, fax 466-8221, or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com, or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
A 22-year-old young man, Shaquille Descent, has lost his life as a result of a traffic accident. The incident occurred sometime after 11 p.m. in the Chickenstone area of Gingerland, Nevis on March 6th. According to the police, investigations are ongoing. Win FM reached out to the police in an attempt to glean some more information into the fatality, but was unsuccessful in doing so up to press time. Unconfirmed reports, however, have suggested that the young man was on a motorbike and slammed into an object which caused the fatal injuries. Win FM will provide more information on this tragic development as information becomes available.
Ferry services between St. Kitts and Nevis resumed today, Wednesday. However, rough waters in Nevis continue to hinder the boat's operations. After stormy seas almost caused a mishap at sea near the Charlestown Pier on Sunday, the various ferries suspended services on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday morning, the St. Kitts Met Office forecast informed that seas are gradually subsiding across the area. However, a high surf warning remains in effect. It went on to say that large dangerous swells of 7 to 10 feet, occasionally reaching 13 feet, continue to move across the waters of the region from a huge and powerful low-pressure system located over the Atlantic Ocean. The Met Office stated that the high surf warning remains in effect as conditions remain especially life-threatening near shore, especially on north and east-facing beaches. West Agencies Limited, agents for the MV Sea Hustler and MV Mark Twain, reported Wednesday morning that the MV Mark Twain was able to depart St. Kitts and dock safely in Charlestown. The vessel will not be operating as per its usual daily schedule, and updates would be provided throughout the day with regards runs between the islands. The captain of the MV Carib Surf told Win FM that the vessel departed St. Kitts at 7 a.m. However, due to, quote, really bad conditions, end quote, in the Nevis waters, he had to abandon the trip and turn around back to St. Kitts. He said services have therefore been cancelled for the remainder of the day. Win FM also spoke with Ken Pemberton, manager of the Charlestown Ferry Pier, late Wednesday morning, who confirmed that there had been some close calls due to the rough weather. He said although weather conditions today are somewhat better than the 2 previous days, quote, waves on both sides are presently still very high, end quote. Mr. Pemberton said that the pier is technically closed as ferries are still having problems docking. He said, quote, the weather is still a challenge. We are hoping it would subside by tomorrow. We will continue to monitor the situation, end quote.
New developments are on the horizon for residents of Sandy Point and nearby areas. This was the subject of discussion at the Team Unity Administration's Town Hall meeting on Tuesday night in Sandy Point. Developments can be expected in the areas of healthcare, housing, and community development. In the area of healthcare, Junior Minister of Health, Honorable Wendy Phipps, said,
your local Parkson Hospital will become the national hub for in-service training and capacity building to improve the community health, nursing, and medical program in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Ms. Phipps explained the rationale for the program.
What I mean by this is that if we are accepting the fact that we have a problem with non-communicable diseases like diabetes and stroke and cancer and heart disease, By extension, it means that we have to do more by going into the communities to find people where they are, find them where they live, have them checked. Those who can't come to the hospital or the health centers, we do more home visits to go out and reach them, so that at the end of the day, what we will see is a reduction in the number of amputations, of persons who have to have limbs removed because of gangrene related to diabetes, reduced incidence of strokes and even cancers, certain types of cancers, and also kidney disease.
As it relates to housing and community development, Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Sean Richards discussed the initiatives that the Team Unity administration has and plans to implement in Sandy Point.
The manager of NHC has already said to me that she is about to begin a second phase of houses right here in Sandy Point. This morning I was speaking to someone from Lands and Survey, and the individual said to me, even as we are speaking, I'm working on something for Sandy Point. And that something is to ensure that other lands are made available to build more houses and to distribute to the residents of Sandy Point. As a matter of fact, we're looking at some place right close to here in terms of land and more houses for the people of Sandy Point. Recently in Cabinet, we had the approval of even more land up in the Stadium View area, again for the people of Sandy Point. To the basketballers and netballers, I can also say to you today that the surfacing for the netball court, the surfacing for the basketball court, those also arrived on island today. And once Public Works again come through and deal with the asphalting, the surfacing will be placed on the netball court and the surfacing will be placed on the basketball court.
During Mr. Richards' presentation, members of the audience inquired about improvements previously promised. The Deputy Prime Minister provided an update on one such commitment.
As I sat there at the head table, I said, Mr. Prime Minister, what about my police station? He said he's awaiting for Public Works to finalize the plans relative to the police station. But what I do know for a fact is that the budget for this year has made provisions for the police station, so that once the plans are finished, we have money to start the police station here in Sandy Point.
Minister Sean Richards concluded his presentation by thanking the residents of Sandy Point for their support over the years.
Autopsies performed on murdered sisters Naomi and Jamelia Finch have revealed chilling details about the degree of violence the pair suffered, reportedly at the hands of a machete-wielding Orvis Pogson less than a week ago. 19-year-old Naomi Finch was reportedly in a romantic relationship with the 34-year-old Keys Village resident when things took a bloody turn on March 1st. That afternoon, Pogson reportedly sought out a member of the defense force who live in their village and confessed to killing the sisters on the seashore. He reportedly said he'd killed Naomi and then called Jamelia to the scene and killed her as well. A check of Pogson's story led to the gruesome discovery of the chopped, bloodied bodies of the sisters. Forensic pathologist Dr. Valerie Alexandrov performed the autopsies on Monday, revealing that Naomi had the life choked out of her, while Jamelia's chop wounds were so severe that the young mother was partially decapitated. The official cause of death for Naomi was due to homicidal manual strangulation, and Jamelia died from multiple homicidal chop wounds with partial decapitation. Pogson went before the magistrate court on Monday and was remanded to Her Majesty's prison. The nation was still reeling from the double homicide when hours later, on the morning of March 2nd, the body of 25-year-old Mickleton Tyson was found in a street in Phillips's village where he lived. An autopsy concluded that he died from a single gunshot wound to the chest. Police investigations into both incidents are ongoing. So far for 2018, the Federation has recorded 5 homicides, 3 on St. Kitts and 2 on Nevis. The cause of death of 23-year-old Shaquille Pemberton, whose body was found in Gillard Meadows, St. Kitts on January 27th, remains undetermined.
The police high command has confirmed that investigations into an altercation between 2 male students and a female student at the Charleston Secondary School are ongoing. The investigations are based on the new Child Justice Act. Deputy Commissioner of Police Hilwai Brandy revealed that the two brothers who were involved in the fiasco were handed over to the police by their mother and statements were taken. He also disclosed that the female student did not sustain any serious injuries after an assessment was done at the Alexandria Hospital. A very graphic video which shows the two brothers attacking the female student has been widely circulated via social media. It has sparked great public outcry and has triggered statements from a number of pro-feminine organizations condemning acts against women. Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, Junior Minister in the Premier's Ministry with responsibility for health and gender affairs, also issued a statement. Quote, "The use of violence as a means of settling any dispute, whether amongst adults or children, is absolutely unacceptable and caused me and my cabinet colleagues, and we believe every right-thinking adult, overwhelming concern. The use of such violence against a female is even more disturbing, and particularly so when such abuse is perpetrated by her peers. The classroom and schoolyard ought to be a fear-free zone, places where children can interact in complete safety, secure in the knowledge that they are in an environment that is supportive and not threatening." End of quote. When FM reached out to the Department of Education on Nevis, and an official has indicated that investigations are also ongoing into the matter from an education ministry perspective.
This is the Carib Update News Service, and reporting, I am Arcelin Crosby. Grenada's Prime Minister challenges opposition leader Nazim Burke on taxes. This is the big story we are tracking this hour on the news break for Wednesday, March 7th, 2018.
Come and experience fun, meet amazing people, and enjoy fantastic food at the 22nd Annual St. Kitts Music Festival. 5 days of festivities from June 27th to July 1st of 2018, with main stage performances from the 28th to the 30th. Here's the first wave of confirmed acts. The legendary Patti LaBelle, Queen of Dancehall, Spice, Miss Lauryn Hill. Many more acts to be announced. Book now and save the date. For more information, log on to StKittsMusicFestival.net. The St. Kitts Music Festival, an experience like no other.
Now for the details. Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is doubling down on accusations against National Democratic Congress leader and former Finance Minister Nazim Burke that he did not pay thousands of dollars in taxes even while he was in office. Dr. Mitchell called it electioneering gimmickry, the announcement by Burke that he has taken legal action against the Prime Minister for comments, including a suggestion that he had lifted tax on building materials while he was constructing his house a few years ago.
I could repeat that. He did not pay his taxes when he should pay it. And he wanted us to give him his over $90,000 the taxpayers owing for gratuity. And we said, every one of us, including me, must only get paid when we settle our taxes. He just settled it. And that's why. And in fact, because he didn't pay much, he hardly got anything. So I don't know. So don't worry. This political gamesmanship that Nazim is involved in. Tell him I repeated it today. So he can go to court and he can get an increased payment from me if he's right. And I will repeat it over and over on the platform. Tell him also to explain why he brought down VAT when he was building his house. Just tell him that.
The Grenadian leader said he heard about the reported legal action and dared Burke to have the matter brought to court.
Bet your life he ain't going to court for that. But that is for election purposes. So he could say he's suing. The facts are very clear. Only last about 3 months ago he settled the taxes. So if you said you had paid, why are you settling months after that? And claiming that his taxes, his wife is different from him. Give me a break. When you file in taxes, your wife's tax is different from us.
Speaking in St. George's at a press conference Tuesday, Dr. Mitchell said 2 different polls show that his party will be comfortably returned to power in general elections next week.
I have seen a tremendous movement of support to the NNP and hardly anything away from us. That to me is a clear indication that our message is is going down well, rebounding very well, with the population as a whole. And one most significant thing that I have noticed in our scientific analysis of voting patterns in this election and watching the crowd that turns out to our meetings, we see a mixture of all age groups at our meetings, and that's highly significant.
The new National Party is defending all 15 seats in the Parliament in general election next Tuesday, March 13th. Regional political scientist Peter Wickham has described Prime Minister Frondell Stewart's decision to allow Parliament to dissolve automatically as political folly. Stewart must now call elections within 90 days. Wickham said that while the Prime Minister has not breached the Constitution, he has breached the rule of common sense and political pragmatism. Uncertainty surrounding the general election date in Barbados is taking a toll on the country's investment climate, according to one senior banker. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Republic Bank Barbados Limited, Anthony Clark, said potential investors had pulled back and were in a wait-and-see mode as Barbadians await a poll date. In addition to the indecision linked to the election, the banker also singled out the economy for a reluctance by investors to put their money into projects there. This is Newsbreak from the Carib Update News Service. In more news, General Manager of Antigua's Public Utilities Authority has weighed in on the election promises made by one of the main political parties contesting the upcoming March 21 general election. The APUA manager, Esworth Martin, said a promise by the leader of the opposition United Progressive Party, Harold de Lovell, could plunge the country into darkness. He said Lovell's promise to reduce the fuel variation charge will cripple the company and plunge the country into darkness. During his party's official launch on Sunday, Lovell said that a UPP government will reduce water rates along with electricity. But Martin, in a letter to the Prime Minister, said APUA will not recommend such a reduction. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Gaston Brown said the promises made by the UPP leader signals a form of desperation. This has been another edition of Newsbreak from the Carib Update News Service, the Caribbean's newsroom. Reporting, I am Oslin Crosby.
We now bring you this international report.
Donald Trump's top economic advisor has resigned in a dispute with the president over the threat of a trade war. It's understood that Gary Cohn disagreed with the plan to impose steep tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. The British government's emergency committee is to meet to discuss the suspected poisoning of a former Russian agent and his daughter. Sergei and Yulia Skripal are in a critical condition in hospital. A South Korean minister is expected to deliver a message to Washington on behalf of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Pyongyang recently expressing a willingness to give up its nuclear program and hold talks with the US. And voting now well underway in Sierra Leone's general election after a campaign focused on tackling corruption and poverty. More than 3 million registered voters have the chance to elect a new leader. And those are your headlines here on BBC World News.
The headline news was brought to you by Caribbean Alliance, The Grange, KDP Enterprises, FamCare, Subway, Carib Brewery, and CNC Trading.
Did you know that the Grange Healthcare Facility is the first purpose-built non-governmental healthcare organization on St. Kitts, offering 24-hour nursing, therapeutic, and residential care for older adults? It's situated at Otley, 7 miles east of Vastair in beautifully landscaped surroundings. The Grange has a team of highly trained professionals and provides care that's rated as being comparable with UK and North American standards. The Grange offers varied accommodation to suit your individual needs, and our all-inclusive packages make the cost of care per hour the most competitive on the island. Services include convalescent care for all ages, daycare facilities for older adults, rehabilitation services, and training and continuing education for healthcare providers. For more information, call 466-5655 5525 or 465-8020. Fax 466-8221 or email thegrangehealth@gmail.com or visit our website at www.grangehealthcarefacility.com.
Shipping your cargo shouldn't be a hassle. It can be as easy as a single call to Amerijet International, your worldwide cargo transportation solution. We provide all the services you need to ship your goods anywhere in the world. Whether your shipment is fresh, frozen, large or small, alive or hazardous, you can count on Amerijet to deliver it safe and sound. Amerijet International, by land, sea or air. We get it there. For more information, visit us online at www.amerijet.com or call us at KDP Enterprises, telephone number 466-9595.
Is your hair thinning, shedding, or breaking? BioCare Labs has researched the causes of split ends, thinning, dry, and brittle hair and has developed a product to solve these weak hair problems. We call it Strong Ends Products. If you desire to grow strong, healthy hair, Strong Ends Products is your solution. Formulated with potent natural ingredients like honey and shea butter to deposit and retain moisture, castor and almond oil for scalp and roots, and aloe vera and coconut milk for strength. Try the full line of Strong Ends hair products and grow healthy, beautiful hair.
Strong Ends, sold locally by CNC Trading on the CAP Southwell Industrial Site. Telephone 465-4081.
I want it cold, blue and gold, real beer, one of a kind. When you try, you can't deny one beer is on your mind. Carib. I need a real beer, yeah. I feel that special magic when I open the gold crown. Carib the beer for me, Carib the beer for you. Carib beer, you know we grow. Beastly cold right on cue. Carib beer, you know it's true. It's a part of me, a part of you. Carib.
Real beer is Carib. Come to Subway and eat fresh. Try our daily specials. That's right, we have a special every day at Subway. Come in today and eat fresh. Stay healthy.
Protect your lifestyle with Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Daily wall with a low reputation and service we're second to none. Securing you is our mission. People that you can trust, your business, property, we got you covered. Motor or personal, whatever it is, we've got you covered. 130 years in this business, we've got you covered. For all your insurance needs, visit or call us at 465-2631 or 469-5303. Dealey Walwyn, people you can trust.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Calling all farmers! Calling all farmers! The place to shop in the month of March is the TDC Home and Building Depots. You heard right. Get 20% off all agro products. Participate in the in-store demonstrations. And on Saturday 17th, visit the farmers market to purchase your fresh produce direct from the farm to your table from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. in both locations. TDC Home and Building Depots, celebrating farmers, supporting communities. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
When is the last time that you've had lunch or dinner away from home? The ambience of Sweet Cane on Port Zante provides you with that touch. Sweet Cane daily specials include burgers, wraps, soup, and tasty seafood dishes. Sweet Cane also caters for events and special parties. Call our Sweet Cane hotline at 465-4345 or 665-7628. Sweet Cane, they've got the touch. When is the last time that you've had lunch or dinner away from home? The ambience of Sweet Cane on Port Zante provides you with that touch. Sweet Cane daily specials include burgers, wraps, soup, and tasty seafood dishes. Sweet Cane also caters for events and special parties. Call our Sweet Cane hotline at 465-4345 or 665-7628. Sweet Cane, they've got the touch.
It is now time for the weather, brought to you with the kind compliments of Sweet Cane and TDC. The local weather forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis for today, Wednesday, March 7th, 2018. Seas are gradually subsiding across the area. However, a high surf warning remains in effect. Meanwhile, despite available moisture, a surface to low-level high-pressure system will keep shower activity to a minimum. The weather today will be partly sunny with a 10% or slight chance of showers. The weather tonight is mostly clear. Winds are blowing from the east-northeast at 8 to 15 knots. Seas are slight to moderate with mainly long swells reaching up to 10 feet, occasionally reaching 13 feet. A high surf warning remains in effect as conditions remain especially life-threatening near shore, especially on north and east facing beaches. Sunset today expected at 6:19 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:24 a.m. The temperatures, the high 31 degrees Celsius or 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the low 22 degrees Celsius or 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So basically today will be partly sunny with a slight chance of showers. That was your local weather forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis for today, Wednesday, March 7th, 2018. And it was brought to you with the kind compliments of Sweet Cane and the TDC.
When is the last time that you've had lunch or dinner away from home? The ambience of Sweet Cane on Port Santy provides you with that touch. Sweet Cane daily specials include burgers, wraps, soup, and tasty seafood dishes. Sweet Cane also caters for events and special parties. Call our Sweet Cane hotline at 465-4345 or 665-7628. Sweet Cane, they've got the touch.
You need new tires but don't know what to get. TDC can help.
Hi, I'm Goodyear. I ensure great handling and great braking in wet and dry conditions.
My name is Sunphone. My continuous block patterns enhances stability at high-speed cornering. Did someone say speed? Hi, I'm Torque. Pick me for great performance and stability.
Boys, I know exactly what they want. I'm Pressa. I'm the perfect fit for your SUV. Pick me and get the ultra-high performance with outstanding grip and traction regardless of the road conditions.
So which one of us are you gonna choose? For the most reliable, durable, high-performance tires, come to TDC Automotive Divisions. We'll help you choose from the best brands at the best prices.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Welcome back to Joe Voices, beautiful people. Welcome back. It is now 27 minutes before 1, and we're into the final hour of Voices for today. We're going to go and say thanks to the sponsors of the second half of Voices, and they are Courts, Flo, SL Hosfords, and KFC.
Shopping is a lot easier with Courts Ready Finance.
Choose what you want from our wide range of quality products, and we take care of the rest. Quartz Ready Finance's affordability means there's no deposit. There's no need for a lump sum of cash. It's flexible, which means you choose your payment term and you're guaranteed the lowest monthly payments anywhere. Best of all, it's easy. Easy to get and easy to pay. Shop at Quartz today and get what you want hassle-free. Quartz Ready Finance. Easy, affordable, flexible.
I'll take a small.
XL, that's the size for me. Flow's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flow's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Gotta go into March. What? Horchford's Automotive Big Gotta Go February only sale. Gotta go. We're marching into March with more great savings. It's Horchford's Automotive Gotta Go March clearance sale. All 2017 models gotta go.
That's right.
Come to Horchford's Automotive and get up to $15,000 off 2017 models. That's right. Horchford's Automotive is making room for 2018 by offering up to $15,000 off 2017 models.
That's big.
Up to $15,000 off on all 2017 vehicles. And that's not all.
Are you serious?
Come now and get 0% down payment. No payment until April 2018. $500 free groceries. Free servicing for 1 year. Free bill of sale. Free tinting. Free registration. Free accessories. Free licensing. It's Horchford's Automotive Gotta Go clearance sale. The biggest sale of the year. All 2017 vehicles priced to clear. Every 2017 vehicle gotta go. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
How does it feel when you got that feeling? You got the flavor you love. How does it feel when you know you're not dreaming? There is nothing above.
How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you savor the flavor, the feeling you get when you taste every bite?
So good when you dip the night. So good it tastes just right. So good no place to be. So good it's KFC.
Welcome back to Voices, and we go straight to the phone lines and say, welcome caller, you are live on Voices.
Oh, don't forget my beloved.
Hi.
But the number here.
Yes.
No, the brother, I'm going to leave Mozart for the last. The brother, I think his name is Vincent from Sadlers. Brother Vincent, I think you was friendly with the sister from Mozart at one time. Very good friend of my ex-wife. They are very good friends still. My ex-wife is Hazel. So I think the brother, I ain't going to call now. They don't know the thing, but he should know family. He used to live here in the Bronx at one time, brother. I know you, my father, James, and you were very good friends. Well, let me come to the brother out of Monster. My beloved brother, you talk about... How can you say something? How can you make a statement like that, beloved brother? You don't know what I walk around with. I don't walk around with money, man. I don't walk around with money. I put the money in the bank. And a bank that I have most of my money, 99% of my money, is owned mostly by African peoples from this country and in the Caribbean, my beloved brother. And I don't know if you know this, the $20 supposed to have an African woman very soon. Because Obama, when he was president, he did that. He's the Secretary of Treasury. So Obama, he did that. Harriet Tubman supposed to be on the $20 bill. These bigots up here, he was making a lot of noise. I don't know if they could have changed that executive order or whatever the thing is. I don't think they could change it. So, my brother, I don't say things like I walking around with money in this and in money in that. I don't walk around with money, my beloved brother. And if I used to be walking around with money, but money can't change me, you know. I could have $1 gazillion to the brother. I will be espousing the same things. Only difference, So I will be doing, I will be helping my people on the African continent and in the African diaspora and the place of my birth, St. Kitts Nevis, especially the village of my birth, dear Bear. So, but I will help Africa and in this country too. South and Central America, my beloved brother. I can, when we all make our transition, we could go with things, but we can't spend them now, use them, beloved brother. Our spirit just got to be a righteous spirit. Now, beloved sister, let me deal with words again. I know you're a younger sister than I am, and I'm sure you still hear, and it's still, this word still thing, picky head and picnic. The picnic thing come from the British derogatory things, brother, to refer African people as less than human again. The picnic thing, and a lot of people still I only using these words because that's the only way I can communicate, beloved sister. Because I don't use those words. I'm picky head again. I don't use that, but just for conversation, my beloved sister, that's an assault and the most beautiful, the most gorgeous. Let me take out beautiful, because gorgeous means very beautiful. The most gorgeous here on this planet is African textured here, my beloved sister. Strongest here. Don't care how many times people try to do it, mostly our sisters who try to straighten their hair. Another couple times, you come right back to its natural form.
I can attest to that.
Okay. So, my beloved sister, we do all, some of us, not well, let me say, not me, because I never do that thing in my hair. I have locks. But I have no problem if somebody got natural hair. They ain't got to be locks, you know, because we do got afford them things. I mean, some people disagree with me, but my thing is, you don't have to get locks to be natural. Even though I will prefer our sister got locks, our brother have locks, but, you know, I'm not everybody, and everybody ain't going to have locks. But while it's natural, I have no problem whatsoever, my beloved sister. And we must take pride, love our complexions, whether it's black as midnight or brown, my beloved sister. Like your dad, I don't know if that's the complexion you have.
So my dad and my mama, I would say about the same complexion, so I'm even.
Okay. You know, we must love our complexions, and love it. Our lips, the greatest lips, our eyes, beloved sister. Because, like they say, black don't crack. And I could attest to that. You see how our elders live to 100 and something years, and they don't get a wrinkle or anything like that, my beloved sister. We must love ourselves, love our children. Don't think our children put negative things in their heads. That, oh, you got bad hair and them things. You know, that the thing could get a psychological effect on our children, and they go with that in their head, and they think other people are better than them, my beloved sister. Not my children, because my sister, nobody cannot bring no images other than African images in my house. And any sister, even when I was married, tell my ex-wife, listen, you're a Christian. If any picture you're going to bring in here with the Last Supper, all of them got to be African features. All of them. Even though I am not into Christianity, I tell this, never you buy no white images and bring our child. Our stepdaughter, my youngest daughter, don't bring no kind of images different from what African images. Brother, sister, I am dead set when it comes on those things. Because this is where you start from, my beloved sister. When you bring up children and you see them, African children, and you give them white dolls with blue eyes, blonde hair, they think, you know, oh, that doll, the images of the doll is better than me. And they go up with that in the head. From the time they're a child all the way up to womanhood and manhood. And they believe that image that they see as a child, that was right. Because in all of these churches, the only person in the church, again, who's a Caucasian, is the picture of that so-called Jesus. My beloved sister, how can that be? You go in any other people's church, you see image of Chinese, they got the Buddha. But they are going to deal with the Buddha thing, I think, because the original Buddha was an African person, and then the Chinese.
All right, not today.
My beloved sister, I know you have to go, so my beloved sister, nice hearing your voice again. Pan-Africanism has perished. One love. Keep up the great works. I talk to you next week, my beloved sister.
Okay, all the best. Take care.
You too, dear.
All right. All right, so there we always have a good mouthful from Brother Nabu there. And, of course, you are welcome to call in. The lines are free and disengaged. And until you do, we're going to pause now and say thanks to our sponsors for the second half of Voices. And we have to say thanks to SL Hosfords and Company, KFC, Flow, and Courts. We'll be back on the other side to continue our discussion on Voices.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Extra, extra, wheels all about it.
It's Hortford's Automotive Extra Special Sale on all 2017 Nissan buses. In addition to the already low gotta-go price, we will offer 4 free tires with every purchase.
That's right. You'll get 4 brand new quality tires with a purchase of a Nissan high-roof bus.
$1,500 in free gas.
No, you're not dreaming. It's real.
With the purchase of a Nissan Eurovan 2017 model,
you'll get $1,500 in free gasoline.
And remember, you still get huge discounts along with 0% down payment.
No payment until May 2018.
$500 in free groceries, free bill of sale, free servicing for 1 year, free registration and licensing, free tinting. It's Hortford's Automotive
Extra, extra, wheels all about it.
Extra Special Sale on Nissan buses for the month of March only.
See store for details. Terms and conditions apply.
How does it feel when you got that feeling? You got the flavor you love. How does it feel when you know you're not dreaming? There is nothing above.
How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you savor the flavor, the feeling you get when you taste every bite?
So good when you get the night. So good it tastes just right. So good the place to be. So good it's KFC.
I'll take a small.
Double XL, that's the size for me. Flow's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flow's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Shopping is a lot easier with Courts Ready Finance. Choose what you want from our wide range of quality products, and we take care of the rest. Courts Ready Finance's affordability means there's no deposit. There's no need for a lump sum of cash. It's flexible, which means you choose your payment term and you're guaranteed the lowest monthly payments anywhere. Best of all, it's easy. Easy to get and easy to pay. Shop at Courts today and get what you want hassle-free. Courts Ready Finance. Easy, affordable, flexible.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Voices. This is your program where we give you an opportunity, a platform to air your voices with the support of our sponsors, of course. And so we encourage you to call in. Call us here at 662-762 or 466-0989. Today is Positive Wednesday, and you could call in and talk about anything. And I just ask that when you talk about whatever issue you have, that you always have a solution that can actually work, okay? And we remind you that you can there are many other platforms. If you're not into calling, you can also make your contribution via our Facebook live stream. And that's happening now. Facebook Live at Win FM 989. That's on Facebook. And while you're at it, why not follow us on Instagram as well at Win 989, Win FM 989. And if you want to, you can also message us via WhatsApp at 662-2024. Saying hi to all of the Facebook watchers and listeners. Cicely Lake, Gerard Williams, Nige. I missed that one, Nige. Also want to say hi to Iva Henry. Good afternoon to you as well. And, of course, to all of you who have been with us from the start, Vincent and Leona and all of the crew there in St. Martin, Miami, Virginia, all over. Thank you so much for joining us here on Voices. So earlier, my coworker and I, we were having a nice chat. I know in the beginning we were talking about the words that we use and that type of thing. But earlier, my coworker and I, we were having a ball of a time in conversation about old school days. Now, mind you, what is old school to me may not be old school to you, because I would like to think, I'm still 15. So if you want to call in, we could have some fun and tell me about some of your old time experiences that you miss, that you wish were still here today in this generation, in our society. You can call in and do so and contribute to the conversation. And we were talking about so many things. We were talking about how we never wasted fruits, how fruits were so flourishing, and we were talking about how we never wasted the guineas and the cigarettes and the mangoes and the stinking toe, all of those things. We were talking about how we used to sweep our yards with the coconut branches and so forth. It was just so many things we were reminiscing about on so many different levels that we miss. We're going to go to the phone lines. Okay, that caller stopped ringing. But feel free to call us here. We are waiting on your call. It's an open line, so you can call on any topic. And I also want to encourage Positive Wednesday, where we give the accolades to people who deserve them and who may go unnoticed. And I want to take this opportunity to shout out the sanitary workers who do such a fantastic job every morning after 5 or maybe before that. They're up and out and ready. And they do a fantastic job at keeping our mess out of sight. Because I honestly, sometimes I question myself. I don't understand how they got things to clean every morning. Like, why? What are we doing? But we're going to go back to the phone lines. Welcome, caller. You're live on Voices. Almost said Facebook.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
They have a saying, if you can achieve it, weave it, and if you can't grow it, sow it. So as Abu was talking about people here, some people can't grow it, so they have to sow it, and some just can't achieve it, so they have to weave it. I mean, I don't have a problem with that if that's what people want to do. I mean, it's been 2 years now since I put my hair back natural. I used to perm it, and I stopped perm it. I put it in protective style now so it can grow naturally. But if you can't achieve it, just weave it. Nothing wrong with that. You're talking about old-time days, and honestly, when I come home, I long to eat some of the fruits that I used to eat, like the maca and the manciport. Those are things I have not seen in years. And a lot of things we used to eat growing up that I don't see anymore in Thinkits. And sometimes I wonder where all these stuff gone that we used to eat. So maybe somebody need to go up in the hills and bring them down if they still have trees. If we don't have them, they need to start replanting them, because there's a lot of things. I remember growing up in school, after we go to recess, I used to look forward to going to Miss McCoy tray and go getting my sugar cake and my stinking toe and the maca and all those good stuff. Where did they go? Nowadays, all you see, you barely see anything in the people tray when I pass. The most thing you see is sugar cake. Those other fruits, you don't see them anymore. And you have a good day.
Yes, all right. Thank you so much.
Have you back.
Thank you, darling. But you know, as she said, I miss them tray days. You know, I guess tray still around. People still selling tray. You know, but do we still have like soccer? Do we still have like bag drink? I remember them Nova Conkles. You know, like, yes. Maybe I'm showing my age here in terms of how young I am. Maybe your good old days is much deeper, you know. But that's some of the things I miss. Caller, welcome to Voices.
Good afternoon, Papa.
Hi, good afternoon.
Oh, Papa. What that lady was just saying just here, she's all right. But what happened that all those things was in the mountain. And I believe the those things up there still. But just that nobody's doing no farming and all those things now in the hills like long time. So you find that trees go up between them, and as long as trees go up between them, they ain't gonna be as good as what it's supposed to be. You had the custard apple, you had sugar apple, you had something they call choky apple, and all those things, Spanish ash, all those things you could have gone in the mountain and get. When you go in the mountain, you get sometimes you feel better in the mountain and you're home because you must find something in the mountain to eat. But not now. The monkey and the wilderness take over everything because nobody cleaning out these trees. Look at coconut. Look, you think it's now you can't find a coconut tree in the mountain. It's a shame. You understand? Because all what happened that the coconut tree them dead out and nobody tried to plant any. And that's the real bitter part about it. So the old time days was really the days back we used to feed. I think we used to eat better, eat more healthy and everything.
Certainly.
But now that we eating all these fast junks, even the food, if I'm in the supermarket, they got more chemical in them still. And those is bad for our health. When you had your natural food, you used to go by the rain. Just go by the rain and natural nature. You can't get it anymore now. Okay, then, Pope, plan a bus.
All right, thank you. No problem. Shout out to everyone who's on the bus with you. And we go back to the phone lines. Welcome. Okay. My least favorite phone line. Okay, the phone lines are free and disengaged. You're welcome to call in. And okay, let me grab that phone line. Welcome, caller. You're live on Voices.
Okay. Madam Moderator.
Hi.
A lot of these vegetable fruits and so on, we're not having them right now here because persons have options. Back then, we had no option. We had no choice other than to use what we had. Hunger used to stop because money was scarce. So you had to go up in the hills to look for food. You had to go up to your farm and all of that. What do you do now? Here we have fertile lands, but you see mangoes are imported. You see mammy apples are imported. You see bananas are imported. You talk about the sucker. The sucker is imported too. They call it ice pops and ice lollies.
That is true. That is true.
Imported nuts, imported coconut, imported everything is because what? We have options. And you know why? We are not a cultural people, so to speak. So whenever they put these things out there, we are quick to take them in because in a way too, it's a status symbol. It's a status symbol. Persons look at it to say, oh, I have money, so I can go to the supermarket and I can buy this and I could buy that. You say, well, like I see some people go to the supermarket. I don't know if you do that. I mean, you know, I don't know if you do that. Are you going to tell me you're going to take up a pack of toilet paper, maybe 8 in it, and you're going to pay almost $80 for 8 toilet rolls in a thing, what they call it, a bale?
80 what cents now?
That is what I want to know. But they're almost close to $100. So it's a status symbol. So I want to know some people behind is made out of gold and
I know. All the toilet paper them do the same thing. I ain't able with that price. Nope.
That is what I'm telling you. So it's about a status symbol. So nobody want to go and get the local foods anymore, even though it is much more healthy. So the whole of the areas up there, they just run away. They're gone. You know, some areas still have them, but you have to clean them down. And a lot of that has to do with the sugarcane thing too, because the tractors used to use the paths up in the hills and so on. And so they have to keep them clean. The constant movement of the tractors kept the things on. But because they're not there anymore, you know, the weeds overgrown and everything, the whole landscape up there is changed.
Right,
you see
right.
So? All right, then.
All right. All right. So I'm not sure what happened there in the end with that one. We had a bit of feedback. But yeah, I think I missed the old days. There's certain things like I was telling her. They were joking about my derriere, my behind, my little tiny behind, and I always refer to it as my 10 cents bum. Meaning that it's so small, And then we remembered, y'all remember when they had them little nice 10 cents bread, and they had the 30 cents bread with the two little pointy little nipple, and people used to fight for the nipple, and so yeah, I miss those times. Hi, welcome. Hi, you're live on Voices.
Yeah, Papa.
Hi.
I believe the government, them is one we got to blame for all these things. You understand? The land them there. The sugar industry closed. Right? These things that where we had to feed. Right? Them should have planned, put them back in agriculture, food, peanuts, all those things. You understand? But the thing is they got the land them for housing projects. They got the land them for investors and all these things. When you people in your country could have got these land, plant food and eat healthy, drink healthy, live healthy. You understand? We could have make we own peanut butter here. We could have make we own potato chips here. We could have make breadfruit chips, all those chips we could have make here. Instead of that, them they got to come from our foreign. I know a lady right now in my village. She makes own potato chips. She makes banana chips and all those things. And right now she's distributing them in the supermarket and getting them sell. So all these things could have put in place, but no. Nobody had no vision to come with that. We got to eat what we want to eat. And that is a real downfall to the ordinary man. That's why we got so much sugar, pressure, and all those complications, kidney failures and all these things. Because we cannot get to eat healthy how we want to eat. You understand? And listen, you got to hungry. If you're hungry, you got to find something to eat. And if you don't get it, you got to go in the supermarket. Go get look at coconut. I was just in town just now, and a lady tell me that she buys some coconut in our supermarket, Joy Coconut. And they look good. When you bust out the coconut, they ain't good.
Oh my.
They ain't good. They don't start to and all these things. Because maybe they pick them green and put them to Joy. All these things. When we could have gone our natural Joy Coconut here to get to do what we got to do. All right then.
All right, thank you. We're going to go back to the phone lines. Welcome, caller to Voices.
Yes, Purple.
Hi.
When you talk about the 10 cent bread, you make me smile because I remember my days going to school. We looked after lunch for water. And that's what we used to get for lunch, 2 10-cent bread, a glass of Marby, and either peanut butter or sometimes saltfish cake. Those were the days. I mean, sometimes when I think back, when I tell my kids about my days growing up, how contented we was. I mean, those were some sweet days, And if we really think back on it, I had a wonderful childhood. I don't care what nobody say. I may not have what my kids have today, but I consider my childhood to be better than what theirs is today. Because they have all this technology and all this stuff, but I was contented with what I had, and we had a beautiful childhood. I remember the days when it rained. We look forward to going down to the beach and catching crab. Do people still do those things? When you walk to the village of Connery, all you smell is crab because everybody have a pot of crab boiling when it's on a rainy day. Even now, up here, you see I live in America, when you see raining, the first thought come to me is going to make some pumpkin fritters. I have some Jamaican, I go to church, it's mostly Jamaican people, and I introduce it to them. So when it raining, I have some church brothers, they're like, Sister Rogers, I know it rained today. Where is the fritters? Because and they know it's not something that I do. So when it rain up here, they look forward to me making those stuff because that's just something that I remember from home, that when it rains, I'm not coming home looking for rice and peas and chicken for dinner. I'm going to either get me some pumpkin fritters or some Johnny cake and probably some corned beef, and that was dinner growing up. I mean, if we could only roll back the hands of time and bring back some of these simple things we used to do, I think the children today would be better off.
Yes.
You have a good day.
Certainly. Thank you so much for your input. And Nige on Facebook, he says, I hated having to pick vines to feed the pig in the mornings before school. If that was done to teach me a lesson, then it failed badly, because once I grew up, I've never picked vines to feed pig again. And Nige also says, back in the day, we used to make our own toys. The children today will never know that satisfaction of having a toy that you made yourself. I know, Nige, and you know, we used to make Lord, we used to take the Rams plastic bag, shout out to Rams, and you get some old stick and you make your kite. You stretch out the plastic bag over the thing and you just put the backbone and you make your kite, ain't it? And you get some string and some vine from a fisherman and you make your kite. But hey, welcome, caller. You're live on Voices.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
You ever played cut up some piece of stick and put it in the drain?
Yes, to see who stick go first. To see who stick win, right?
Right. True, the male caller before the young lady. You can't blame the government for everything. He said that's always the government for why people ain't planting. You, if you have a big plot of land, why don't you plant something? You don't have to plant every time wait on the government.
Right.
We don't have to wait on the government for everything. We have yard space. We should have a seed. Plant a seed. It must grow to something.
Yep. Okay. All right, thank you. But certainly, I remember that game referred to everybody cut up break up the sticks, and then that's yours, that's mine, and we get to see whose stick goes further in the drain. Not much licks I don't get, Jappy and Jane and so. Hi, caller, welcome to Voices.
Hi, Purple, how are you today?
I'm wonderful.
I'm calling to the lady, second to last caller, who lives in the U.S. As she speak about her growing up days. You make me laugh also with the 10-cent bread.
Yes.
Because we, as a little girl, going to girls' school, we used to go by Mr. Hunt. I think his name was down there in Park Range below NHC. And we used to get luncheon meat and bread inside of there. And we go back to girls' school with our Marby and our local drink, lemonade, or like that. But what I call to say mostly is, what about the conky?
Oh.
And all of young people know to do good conky.
I've never learned it because I've never liked it. So that's just one of the things. Whether the better ones is to put it in the foil paper or to put it in the actual bush.
I put it in the fig leaf.
Right, in the fig leaf, yes.
Yeah, I put it in the fig leaves. And out here where I am now, I make banana pancake, potato pancakes, you name it. And before they finish in the frying pan, the kids, them already fighting for them.
Yes.
You understand? So we have to really get up and teach. Oh, I have nearly all boys, 1 girl, 3 boys. And they love the Caribbean cooking. And I'm up here, the church members, them, their schoolmates. I just have to cook curry chicken. You should see them in here, April. Purple, you should sit them in here, Purple. I just get fed up, so I tell them, don't bring back nobody in here.
Soon you have
cooking.
Right.
Understand? So we have a lot to go back to, and as the lady saying, this says like myself, I enjoy my growing up days where we used to got bread nut and sugar cake and patch the peanuts, and that was our Saturday gift if we behave ourselves from Monday to Friday. More parents and the popcorn.
Yes. All right.
So
thank
you. Enjoy the purple.
You too. I appreciate it. Take care. We go back to the phone lines. Hi, caller. Welcome to Voices.
Hello. Good day.
Hi. Good day.
Okay. I'm just saying in my 2 cents.
All right. They don't make 2 cents no more, though, you know. So you're putting in your 5 cents.
10 cents.
Okay.
Okay. What about maca? Anybody know about the maca?
Yes.
The yellow thing, whether it's the yellow of your teeth, which is not so.
What? How we go then?
The maca. When you eat it, you're gonna yellow up your teeth, but you ain't gonna stain it.
Ah.
You put them out when you finish.
Okay.
But it's a maca, and I think he got a nut inside. After.
Yes, he has a nut. Yeah, I think it's actually a cashew.
Yeah, you got something like a coconut tree. And then they spring off. And what about the date? I remember long time in Orishtown. We used to go to Orishtown School. They had a date tree in the college. And they had one on the Orishtown School grounds too. They used to be brown and some of them used to be red.
Ah.
Nowadays, days, like, the youth, they may even know Tanya and Yam and Dashing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So the fast food, like, it take over. So it's up to with the parents then to teach them. But even though I have a son, yeah, and sometimes he say what he want to eat. But even though he say what he want to eat, and I would not study him, I will cook what I want to give him, which you know is good.
Right.
And he will cry, but he must stop and he must hungry, and he gonna eat what there.
Right.
You just can't say you give him because he say you want that. You let him lay him cry, and he gonna understand. He hungry, and he gonna eat it.
Yes,
good
yes.
for him.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's so sometimes.
Is that my little friend Zion? You mean?
Huh? Zion, yeah.
Yes, okay.
Zion daddy, yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, and Zion say you stop play his song, but...
Oh, man, I was aware. Tell Zion I'm going to play his song tomorrow, and I'm going to try to do it. What time does Zion leave for school? Before 8?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try
But
squeeze...
Even if you leave 8 o'clock, I have it on in my car still.
Okay, so I'll try to play the song for Zion. I really didn't play it yesterday and today. Oh, my.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, take care. All right.
And actually, he waking up, turning on the radio at 98.9, just to this day.
Big up to Zion, my little friend.
Okay,
All right, you to take care. Oh my, I'm sorry. I cut you a little bit at the end there. I want to apologize for that. But you know, I remember, if you see, I remember the matinee you used to got before we had the Caribbean cinemas there on the Bay Road. We're ready for it. If I want to go matinee, I had to heap up myself and go church, you know, because anyhow me ain't go Sunday school and church, and then maybe a next Sunday school after me ain't go in a matinee. Mommy give me $10, and I know they used to do down in the matinee. They used to throw out half a soda, and that's the soda they're selling you in the cup, where we could fit in the cup, and then they're gonna sell somebody the other half, you know. How they could do that? But you know, you're a child poor, you ain't know what going on, They're doing you as it like. Remember when the movie used to cut out halfway and tell you go buy your popcorn. Those were the good times. I miss those times. Caller, welcome to Voices.
Oh, you're killing me.
What's up?
It was a soft drink, you call him Bryson.
Bryson, yes, Bryson.
we rushing to get in the door there.
How you mean?
Go upstairs.
And how you mean?
All right.
Yes, have a nice day. And that was really the good times. And the lady spoke about the 30 cents and 10 cents bread. I remember I used to get those from Toto with either me sausage in it or me cheese. But sometimes I just used to want the bread hot. And I remember them red butter what they used to just slap down in the old time wax paper. Man, it wasn't the healthiest, you know. That's the truth. But you know, you just slap in a little piece in it, man, and the bread hot. Hey, you want a thing else better than that, eh? Hi, caller, welcome to Voices.
Lord Papa, you're killing me. That red butter was the best.
Girl, it used to bang.
That was the best. But the cherry is the cashew nut come off of the fruit that we call cherry.
Yes, the big cherry.
I used to get those from going up factory chairs. A lady had a tree in her yard, and I can remember every day coming from school, we used to go in that yard there and pick those cherry and eat them and save the nut and roast the nut them in the fire.
Yes.
When it roasting, it smells so bad.
Yes, yes.
But when it finished, the nut in the cashew inside used to taste so good. I mean, there's just so much that we can think back on. It's just the other day I did some cook up with some chicken and pigtail and pig foot and saltfish, and I give it to my Jamaican church brother. He said, Sister Rogers, what was that? Oh my God, what was that? He just loved the cook-up.
Yes.
So all these things, I was thinking on Saturdays growing up, I could remember Saturdays, we used to look forward to black pudding. I don't eat it anymore, but we used to look forward to black pudding.
Yeah, girl, that was the lick.
Those were the days.
Yes.
those are things we used to look forward. That was like our extra treat. And who could remember the guy that used to push that popsicle cart, come to the village on a Sunday afternoon? You run out and buy your fudgesicle, the best fudgesicle. You can't get those kind of things anymore.
Yes.
Purple. I don't know if people realize the things that we eat now taste so much different from what we used to get way back when. Ice cream don't taste good anymore.
I know. I was telling my mom the same thing.
It tastes like what they had when we were
It
growing
tastes
up.
different. Yes. Yes,
Very
certainly.
different. So
Certainly.
different. I mean, somebody even who remembered he had a man down Bakersfield. I think his name Mr. Craggs. His hand used to shake, and we as kids we used to be so little. We had a little devious ways because we know the man hand used to shake. You remember those little cookie? That a cookie used to be hard, but nothing tastes good. So I don't remember what the cookie had called, but I never. The cookie hard like a rock, but it tastes good. And to get that man to get the cookie, he hand used to shake 100 times before he get the cookie out the jar. And we as kids were so devious, we used to make that man go in the jar sometimes. I mean, come on.
That is terrible.
I used to deliberately make him go in the jars a lot of times to get that cookie
Oh,
out.
my gosh.
But Papa, those were the days, and it's a shame that our kids can't have a life like what we
Oh,
had.
my
We
God.
lived some of the things that we went through. It was a great life. I would not. When I look at it now, when I look at this generation, I thank God for the time that I was born in and grew up in. I would not trade what I had back then for what these generation have today. I would not for all the money in the world. I was more contented to the other day. I was telling them, look, me and my brothers and sisters, we had one bed, and 8 of us sleep on that one bed. I don't know how we do it, but head, foot, tail,
Oh, yes.
crossways, but all of us in one bed. I was telling them the other day, growing up in my country, kids, we were so innocent as kids. The kids today, do you realize that they're born with no innocence?
Yeah.
They don't have no innocence, There's no excuse for them today, When we were growing up, I tell them, little boys run around with their little ling-ling when they're along the place. That was not a concern to us. We as girls, we grew up, panty got big hole in it, some of them just a string in the butt. It was not a problem to us.
And you had to wash that
My
one.
daughter will tell me.
You had to
Excuse
wash
me?
that. You had to wash that one panty to wear it again the next day.
Exactly. You probably had one good one for going out and one that you got a big knot on the side of it to keep it from falling off. And those things did not trouble us. We did not look at each other and say, oh, my God, look at little wee wee. Oh, my God. No, we were so innocent. Oh, my God, when you want to talk about innocent, we were innocent. Today, my little 6-year-old granddaughter would tell her grandpa, please excuse me. They
Yes.
have no innocence. They don't know what it is to be innocent. We were innocent. When we were growing up, it took a while before baby eye opened. Today, they're born open. Some of them ready to walk as they're born. They have no
Certainly.
excuse. They don't
Yes.
born with no innocence today. You have a good day.
All right. Before you go, I think one of our Facebook people said that the cookie was called Pinchy. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Yes, Pinchy.
Hard like a rock.
Yes. All right, then. Take care.
All right.
Okay. And we have just about 13 minutes remaining in today's show. We're going to go back and take a call. Welcome, caller, to Voices.
Papa.
Hey, you can call me whatever you want.
I think it's the pinchy she talking about. You
Yes.
remember the pinchy?
Yes.
The pinch that used to break out people's teeth because it was so hard. And we had a red sweetie. You used to got to put it in a plastic and pong it. And when you done, your whole mouth red. But I can give you a little input now. You remember those lodging bed?
Oh.
Those grass beds?
Yes, lodging.
You
Yep.
understand? I sleep on all of them. So these matches what we laying on, they don't mean nothing to me. Because when I wake up at mornings, I have to fluff you up.
And you have to sun out your lodging too.
That bed there, high like the roof. But when you go in and you let it, you jump in a hole. You jump in a hole. But those days was fun. Those days was fun, and don't talk about them bed bug, man. You see us on Saturday time, April, we flip can be pum pum.
Oh my gosh.
Pum, pum.
I've heard of
My days.
Yes.
And those fat pork. Oh my God. Oh boy, April, I think you get a little of it. And those greasy tea, what I call it? They had a tea. Man, when you chocolate tea,
Yes,
when you
it- yeah.
put it and you put it in the milk.
But that was for two.
Chocolate, the grease. You went to drink it back in your mouth again. Like it.
No.
God, girl, we old people, we're old, we 50s, but we wish we could get back them days. April.
Yes,
We
certainly,
wish.
certainly.
Love you, continue.
All right, take care. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to go back to the phone lines. Welcome, caller. You're live on Voices.
Good afternoon, Papa.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Papa.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Just listen
You
to the
know,
phone, love.
That is why, you see, I listen and staying here and just listen to y'all. But I'm going to say something. If you check the youths today, they don't know where they came from. Because, you see, we didn't tell them because a lot of us shame to talk about these things. You know, we don't want the youth them to know that we used to sleep in lodging. Like the other day, I saw a young lady with her pants, the front, you know how that style is. And I said to her, miss, you know, in my days, when I used to wear the pant there, you know what they used to call us? Lodging goose. You know what she tell me?
The in style?
The other day, I had it on, and my mother tell me she don't like to see it. I asked her why she don't like to see it. She said, it bring back memory. I said, you see, she should have tell you what it was all about. And that is the problem. A lot of the mothers don't tell the youths, and the fathers don't tell the youths how they grow up. So the youths feel like they're born myth things. We born myth things like how they have it. They don't know that there is the one that get everything. We went through, but we enjoy what we had. But if you notice, they're enjoying that, you know, because they're enjoying it, they would have been respecting life a little bit more, and they would have been understanding life a little bit more. They don't have no regard for life. They don't care about life. They don't respect their life. They don't respect themselves. And that is why they is today, because we didn't tell them where we come from. And so we sometimes have to take the blame. You know, we give them the impression that everything was good. And the same thing they have today, we had it. And that is the problem.
Certainly. I would definitely agree with you, sir. Because I too have posed that argument as well, that we do say on one hand that the children this and that, but I think, you know, they're learning from us to some degree. So we have to really look at where we fit in. Now, we really have to take a break, but the phone lines are going crazy. But I'm going to take this call. Welcome to Voices, caller.
What worrying about them days, man?
I don't have as many, but mine were good. I know mine was certainly different from the children of today. Much I know.
Right. Well, you get a bit eaten. You get a bit eaten. No, Papa, that gentleman is all right. That those days, that when we was coming up, so much of different things used to happen. Lodging. You not remember bedbug? You ever see bedbug yet?
You can't see them. You can see them?
How many people see them?
Well,
man, you knock them out this spring and you bust them.
You squeeze them. You
don't kill bedbug, man. Man, and Papa, I remember back in them days, right? I don't know. Children's skin used to break out. Children's skin used to break out and so. And like maize with chicken pop. Sometimes you got a soda. A lot of soda was in them days. I don't know because a lot of soda was around. But now I don't see nobody with a soda now. And I believe that too because we used to wear shoes.
Right.
We couldn't afford to wear shoes home. So a lot of soda and all those things used to happen. Sometimes you see the thing they call exercise? Exercise is very good, you know. When people come and talk about exercise for animal and all these things. That's what our mother used to do every month. She gives a dose of exercise. When we eat up a lot of mangoes and all those things, right? Because you got to used to get mango boil. You get a kind of different boil on your skin. You just exercise and the exercise will joy up all of that. And
yes.
Cause those things to not come.
But when we're running out of time, so I have to give callers a chance, okay?
Yeah, These are the days. These are the days. Them are the
I
days.
probably will do this program again sometime next week, Godspeed, okay? All right, so I'm going to take this caller. Caller, welcome to Voices.
Hey, Mrs. Purple, I just called to let you know. See, I call that kind of talking politics. That's why many of my friends call me politics. Because I believe it if we go back to talk about the old time days, how we would sit down and laugh. I'm hearing my friend talking about me, and I couldn't believe I know him.
So.
But you see, we don't sit down to talk these things anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to know, well, hey, I turn on the TV and that's it. People, if the parents them didn't have TV, they would have been still talking politics. But when a child wake up and he see something they're looking, he said, well, what is that? That's TV. Mama said, that's TV. You're watching TV. You see this. So they see everything now. So that's why they're not going to learn what happened yesterday, because Mama don't have no time, Papa don't have no time. But my father tell me what they went through. So we know a piece of history. Look at all my nieces and nephews them there. They don't know nothing what I went through. They don't know how much years I was sleep and going before I could have graduated to go to a bed. They don't know nothing about that.
Right.
Because they come with little, the mother and father have little something. They go on it.
Right.
But we had nothing. Cocos bag. You remember there was big cocos bag for
Of course, yes, certainly.
That's why with my father, and you pay them, he put them out to sun, and if we get up in the morning, and in the evening, he just bring them in and he blow them on the floor. He say, you will saw yourself, them and you will saw yourself. What a mother and father we had back then. You're not going to get those things again.
All right.
Because man refused to go there. Man no want everything come rapid.
All
so
right.
that's where we lost track.
Thank you
TV
so
company
much.
And nothing else.
Yes.
So Mrs. Purple, thank you so much. I get to know my friend.
All right.
Understand? God bless you. You are doing a wonderful job. See you when I see you. Take care.
Okay, so have a wonderful day. I'm going to get in trouble. I have to take a commercial break and say thanks to our sponsors. They are Flow. Again, because I mean we are having fun while having a great discussion as well as it relates to the disconnection between the older folk and the youth. Let's hear from our sponsors.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
I'll take a small.
Double XL! That's the size for me! Flow's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flow's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
Shopping is a lot easier with Courts Ready Finance. Choose what you want from our wide range of quality products, and we take care of the rest. Courts Ready Finance's affordability means there's no deposit. There's no need for a lump sum of cash. It's flexible, which means you choose your payment term and you're guaranteed the lowest monthly payments anywhere. Best of all, it's easy. Easy to get and easy to pay. Shop at Courts today and get what you want hassle-free. Courts Ready Finance. Easy, affordable, flexible.
Ready when you're ready. Ready to build? Ready to construct? Well, if you're ready, then we're ready. Ready when you're ready. From roads to foundation, Portsmouth's Building Center is ready to organize and deliver the highest quality ready-mix concrete for your residential, commercial, or industrial projects. Call 465-2262, extension 1187, or 664-2640. And let us organize and deliver ready-mix concrete when you're ready. Ready when you're ready. Portsmouth's ready-mix concrete, ready when you ready. Ready when you're ready.
How does it feel when you got that feeling? You got the flavor you love. How does it feel when you know you're not dreaming? There is nothing above.
How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you savor the flavor, the feeling you get when you taste every bite?
So good when you get the night. So good it tastes just right. So good the place to be. So good it's KFC.
And welcome back. We are running out of time, but I'm going to squeeze in this call. Caller, welcome to Voices.
Yes.
Hi.
It's me again. Who can remember a hot glass of cow milk? When you get that fresh cow milk and you scald it and you let it sit and you get that cream on top. Oh my God, I used to love to just eat off the cream off the top and drink that fresh glass of cow milk. Nothing that used to taste so good. Nothing beat that. I would give anything to get a glass of cow milk right now. And who could remember when we were small in my village? We used to call it the dump. It had a big concrete structure that people used to throw the garbage in, but you could sit on the top of it. And we used to sit on that day and night time and tell ghost story. When you finish to go home, you're scared to death to walk home by yourself. To see somebody following you half there and that person going, after they follow you by your gate, the other person going to run as fast as they can to get back to their gate. I mean, those were the days.
Certainly.
Where I tell you. Nothing sweeter. Who can remember moonlight? Do y'all still have bright moonlight? I can remember growing up one time. It's like they didn't finish. The moonlight was so bright.
Right,
all night.
I'm not sure what's causing that feedback. Okay. You there still, love?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Well, we're running out of time. Listen, I'm sometime with you next week.
You have a blessed day.
All right, dear. Take
Enjoy
care.
the rest of your day. Have a
You
good
too, darling. Okay, so I probably should have started that from the jump, but this is what we're going to do next week, Wednesday, if God spares my life and yours. Because this is Voices and we aim to have discussion and we aim to have solutions to this discussion, but I choose to want to do it and add some fun and some positivity in it. Next week, we're going to talk about, next week, Wednesday, on Positive Wednesday, if I'm still around, we're going to talk about the link between the older generations and the new generation, the youths, and we're going to try to connect that link as it relates to our old-time experiences, okay? So we're going to have some fun next week, Wednesday. That's something to look forward to, God Spare Life. I want to really, really thank all of you, the viewers. Vincent asks about, what about sitting outside at night and telling zombie stories? Does anyone do that anymore? I don't know. I remember I used to go outside and play catching, and we used to do all sorts of stuff. Do the young people pitch marbles anymore? You remember those old scrubbing boards? And you scrub. You had to go. You had 2 skirt, 3 shut, and you had to wash and scrub out the neck and those type of things. Scrub out under the arm because you had to wear it next day. I remember, you would know by now, my birthday is Valentine's Day, and at the time my mom was so poor, she had to, I think I went to a party on the weekend and my birthday was coming up and I got the opportunity to wear my own uniform to school, and my poor mother, she had to hurry up, hustle, wash the skirt and dressing, finish drying time, and that was my favorite skirt, and it's my birthday and I want to go skirt school in it. I used to go to the Roman Catholic school at the time. And she was putting it on me, and my friend was outside waiting on me. And I was young. I was maybe 5-6 years. And when she putting it on me, I bust out, because my mouth big and loud. And she said, I said, but mommy, it wet. And she put she hand over me, because now that I'm big, I understand. She put her hand over my mouth to so the friends can't hear that she had to wash the skirt, and the skirt still went. And she kissed me and she tell me, go school, you gonna dry the skirt, gonna dry, okay, and have a nice day and stuff. So stuff like that I remember. These children now will have memories as well, but I would love if the memories are more connected and that they don't have to go through as much trauma, because I think that the youths of today, they're going through a different type of trauma than maybe the older ages, older than myself, would have had to experience. So next week we're gonna have some good times, and join me tomorrow again for Voices at 11. Join me at 6 for the breakfast show, and thank you so much for sticking and staying with Win FM 98.9. We really do appreciate each and every one of you. It was my pleasure being back with y'all. I came back yesterday. So it's always a pleasure. So again, remember there are different avenues that you could connect with us. So I want to say thanks to all of the Facebook people. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. and to anyone who would have messaged, WhatsApp, etc. Big up to everyone, and it has been a pleasure. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. Remember to love each other because we are just dust. We are not here for long. Be kind to each other, and if you have to argue, do so in a respectful manner, okay? Respect each other. I love each and every one of you, and remember that everything you do in life is like a boomerang. You do good, you're gonna get back good. If you do bad, well, I don't have to spell it out for you. Take care, and until we meet again tomorrow, God spare life.
Gotta go into March. What? Hortford's Automotive Big Gotta Go February only sale. Gotta go. We're marching into March with more great savings. It's Hortford's Automotive Gotta Go March clearance sale.
All 2017 models gotta go.
That's right. Come to Hortford's Automotive and get up to $15,000 off 2017 models. That's right.
Hortford's Automotive is making room for 2018 by offering up to $15,000 off 2017 models.
That's big.
Up to $15,000 off on all 2017 vehicles. And that's not all.
Are you serious?
Come now and get 0% down payment.
No payment until April 2018.
$500 free groceries, free servicing for 1 year, free bill of sale, free tinting, free registration, free accessories, free licensing. It's Hortford's Automotive Gotta Go clearance sale, the biggest sale of the year. All 2017 vehicles priced to clear. Every 2017 vehicle gotta go. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
I'll take a small.
XL, that's the size for me. Flow's new prepaid combo plans have the most choice and value for everyone. Save up to 90% by combining your talk, text, and data into one simple plan. And with options starting at just $19.99, it's easy to say it, type it, or share it. A whole lot more for a whole lot less. Dial *129# now to activate. The bigger you go, the bigger you save with Flow's new prepaid combo plans. This is how we flow.
How does it feel when you got that feeling?